Street today, where we bring some of the top experts from all across the globe directly to you. And I have just one of those experts here today, my friend Suha Trong, who is actually from Canada. I said all over the world, so he's from Vancouver, and here we are, and we've been hanging out, so I know what you do, but our viewers may not. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and what you're doing today?
Well, I first started out as residential banking, so as a resident mortgage broker. But over time, I found out we weren't doing what we professed to be, what we're supposed to be good, the go-to financing expert. If the only thing we're doing is financing houses, what about the rest of these things? High-rises, projects, construction. So that's when I got into commercial financing. So now you have the whole full picture and can help other people out.
Yeah, I noticed that kind of the way you do things, and one of the ways you describe it is kind of like a lawyer. You take over all the financing needs so that there's no conflict of interest. Tell me a bit about that.
That's correct. You know, Nick, when people go to the bank, the only thing they ever get is the one item or the one type of mortgage product that the bank offers. And really, they don't tell you what else is out there. As a representative advisor, I have access to all the lenders, commercial, offshore bank, local bank, domestic. That way, I don't have to have any loyalty or bias towards anybody. If I was working for one of the major banks here, I can't tell other guys about the other banks, right?
Yeah, in that case, the best deal you can get is the best deal that one bank has.
That's correct.
Got it. Very interesting.
Yeah. So how is that helping somebody to represent fully, like being non-biased? There's always a conflict of interest that way, isn't there?
Sure. So, but with the way you do it, there's not.
Well, no, because you're paying me just like a lawyer.
Right.
So I'll do my best to get you the best stuff.
Got it.
Not necessarily what's best in my bank.
Got it. Wow. So is it fee-based or commission-based?
That's correct. It's a fee-based.
Fee-based. I love that. I actually never heard anyone doing that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You either work for the bank or you work for yourself and your client. I decide to work for my client instead of work for the bank.
That's great. Yeah. And so people hire you because of your expertise, just like a lawyer, but to go get them the best deal.
That's right.
I love it, man. Very cool. All right, now let's talk about the state of that industry right now. I mean, some people think it's almost impossible, even in abundant times, to get a loan, to get things financed. You have to know what you're doing. Tell me a bit about that.
You know, the old saying goes, if you can show the bank that you don't need the money, they'll lend you some more.
Right.
Most of people come, they need money. So when they ask me, so show me the money. So I have to go out and do the work and show them the money. However, I have to make it so that it's more appealing for the lender to give you the money. I have to write up an executive summary, for instance, to show them that this guy is very strong, you want him. Yeah. He doesn't need you.
Yeah.
So that's where I come in. Right?
You kind of got to sell them to the bank.
That's correct, that's correct. Yeah.
Wow, and there must be a very specific way to do that the right way.
Yes, there is. The right way and the wrong way. The wrong way is just send application to a dozen banks and hopefully it sticks. Throw gum to the wall, and if it sticks, great. If it doesn't, sorry, can't help you. The better way to approach is to find out all the background story, all the experience, and as much as you know from a client that if they were to go out shopping, just like going to Wall Street and have a public offering, everybody wants to be part of the game, they want in. So I want the bank lender to do that. I look at financing as not the end game. I look at financing as a vehicle for the people to get to where they want to be in the future. It's just like a financial planner. For me, it's all about the long term, 5, 10, 15, 25 years, because nobody pays off the loan within 2 to 5 years, correct?
Yeah.
How I stay ahead of the game is I look at the long term and map out a strategy for all my clients, how to get where they want to be. They want to have 10 properties? Well, there's a way to do it. Not just find the easiest lender to do it, but find a lender that will be able to allow you and your clients to get to where they want to be. And it's not simple. It's a long process, but it's how I look at this overall picture, and I share that same with the residential brokers today.
I love that. Now, I like to ask this question to smart people like yourself. If you go back in time and talk to the startup version of Suha and give him one piece of great advice to help him in his life, what would you tell him?
I would say, learn everything about financing, not just how to finance a house, because really at the end of the day, you're just a glorified application taker if all you do is financing houses. There's so much more financing needs out there than just a plain house. If I were to start over today, I'd tell myself, do everything. Unsecured line of credit, project financing, construction financing, you name it. Learn as much as you can and be the go-to expert in everything, not just 1 out of 10.
Love it. The go-to source for commercial financing. If people want to find you, how do they find you?
I teach a course now online and offline. If they go to commercialfinancingmastery.com, you see everything there.
Love it, man. Hey, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
See you soon. And we'll be right back on Wall Street Today.